You have the power to start trusting your feelings again. You have the power to start trusting other good people in your life. You have the power to remove negative people in your life. And it all starts with one simple question. Hi, do you like my haircut? Did you like the transition? I hope you did, because I worked really hard on it. And I just hope you enjoy the video and find it helpful. So let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Daniel. I make content about trauma recovery, self-help, and any kind of hobbies I have. This video is about how to start feeling again after trauma. This whole video is birthed or dawned from this conversation I had with my dad, I think yesterday. My dad called me and he was just very simply like, "Hey, how are you feeling?" And I said, "Good, I think." And he said, "You think?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think." It's felt like I've forgotten emotions. Oh, this is what feeling content is like. I feel content. And I have this little secretary in my mind that's like jotting these time events down and associating that with an emotion. It feels like before trauma, I was like kind of holding all these emotions, and someone scared me and I like threw them all up and they fell to the ground, and it's like,
oh my God, I don't remember what any of these emotions are.
I've been left picking up the pieces of my life, picking up the pieces of these emotions and kind of picking it up and be like, oh, okay, this is what happiness feels like. I remember this. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to it again. This is what trauma feels like for me, at least. Is I always thought of that metaphor of like an abused puppy like entering a shelter, an abused dog that's come from a violent home, and you see these dogs, and it's awful to see, but these dogs are in the shelter, and they're literally like huddled in the corner, shivering, as a vet is trying to pet them or a volunteer is trying to show them love. They're scared to receive that because the last time they opened themselves to that, they were traumatized. And that's what it's felt like for me, is like learning to like realize like, oh, I'm not there anymore. And this person isn't that same person. And this sign of affection is a sign of affection, not a manipulative ploy to traumatize me. I'm learning to not be as defensive. I'm learning that with people who have earned my trust, with people that I'm learning to trust, their intentions are pure. And I'm not just like, love me to everyone. No, I'm learning to trust the people that are building trust with me. I'd like to talk about some tools in how I got there and how I'm slowly starting to recognize happy emotions, how I'm slowly starting to accept happy emotions. There's a professional recommendation tip I have and a easy tip I have. Both are great, so let's talk about it. EMDR and trauma-informed yoga have been so helpful for me, and I have a whole video talking about the details of what it is. But essentially, EMDR therapy helps you process the memories and emotions that keep coming back from the past. It's taken what was such a potent, visual, all-encompassing experience and just like left it in the past. It's there. I know it happened, but those emotions have been severed. Trauma-informed yoga, on the other hand, is something I do totally free. It's actually the video I have linked below in all of my videos that if you're feeling triggered, check this video out. What trauma-informed yoga does is essentially reinstills the power of choice in my body. And it allows me to like be like, wow, I have control of my body. I'm in control of my body. Sorry. And it's allowed me to essentially be like, whoa, I can trust the sensations my body's feeling. I can acknowledge that my hand is touching my skin, and I can feel the weight of my body in my seat. A large portion of the time, it literally felt like I was floating above my body. When the trauma happened, it was literally like I had this bird's eye view of what was happening. And trauma-informed yoga kind of grounded me. Over the past 2 years, whenever I get into group therapy, we start off the session by checking in with ourselves. I've had sessions where I come in and I'm like, I'm having a day. But they push me and they say, well, what are you feeling in your body? And I'll say like, well, my stomach hurts. My brow is frowed. I have a slight headache. And it's like, this is what it feels like to have a bad day. And whenever I notice my stomach hurts and my brows are frowed and I have a slight headache, maybe I'm having a bad day. And if I can recognize I'm having a bad day, I can do something to change it. Trauma is something I thought I could talk my way out of. And I spent a long time trying to rationalize it because I was scared to feel it. And there are very healthy ways to handle this. And the more I have handled this, the less intense it's gotten. And the more I'm able to leave it in the past, I think is the best way to say that. The second I started feeling it, all the sludge of the lake was taken care of, and I was left with this beautiful, serene lake. And I'm happy, and I'm trusting myself, and I'm learning to collect emotion of content. And I still have a lot more emotions to pick up along the way, but I'm happy with the little collection I have right now. I hope this helps. It's going to be a weird video to edit. Thank you for your time. If you like this content, please consider subscribing. I make videos every Sunday about trauma recovery and the occasional hobby or, thing outside of trauma that helps me with my trauma. It's a whole thing. But, I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to make this a full-time career. And the second I get to 1,000, I can truly call myself a professional YouTuber. But thank you for your time. And see you next Sunday. I hope this helps. Oh, you're not alone in this. You have the power to change your life. You are in complete control of your body, and you are safe. Okay, bye.